Levi Trumbull reporting here at the Frederick County Public Schools main headquarters. As I advised last week, it is Tuesday. I am back again. I am here to see if I can speak with anyone from FCPS in relationship to the news tip that I received in regards to the fact that there is explicit imagery inside of children's books at FCPS libraries. So just a quick recap. When I was here last week, it was last Thursday, I came inside here in this building in attempts to do the same thing that I'm going to do today. I got in here, they called down, his name is Louérs-Phillips. He is the supervisor or the superintendent, I should say, for public relations and media relations for Frederick County Public Schools. He came down the elevator. We waited for him. He was on lunch break for maybe 15, 20 minutes. He finally came down. He advised me that he just got back from a meeting. He didn't know what any of this was about. He seemed very open and welcoming to the meeting at first, but then when I started getting into the subject matter that we were going to be talking about, which of course is the inappropriate literature that is available for checkout at Frederick County Public Schools libraries, once I brought that subject up, it seemed that he was less welcoming and less willing at that point to conduct an interview with me and be able to speak with me on camera. One of the things that I thought was interesting was that, and I said this last week, was that he said that if I actually contacted him, if I actually went through the official way of trying to do a press inquiry, that perhaps he would be more welcoming to conduct that interview. Well, I did that. I did it in the official way that he wanted me to do it, and surprise, surprise, he did not want to conduct that interview. This was the email that he sent me in relationship to my official media request. So he said to me, and again, this is from Louérs-Phillips, the supervisor for public relations for Frederick County Public Schools. He said to me, "Levi, thank you for submitting your media request. I want to officially let you know that Frederick County Public Schools will not be providing a comment for your request regarding, quote, concerns from parents about books containing arguably inappropriate subject matter. As you stated, the press has the freedom to produce articles on various topics of public interest. It is also important to note that individuals and organizations also have the right not to provide comment. You have the right to come back to our main office, but please be aware that staff will not be available and an interview will not be granted." So we're going to head back in there. We're going to try to give them at least one last final attempt to see if they will speak with me on camera. If they're unwilling to provide their side of the story, that of course is up to them. I think it was interesting that he said in this, that he said, it is also important to note that individuals and organizations also have the right not to provide comment. Now, he's right. He has every right not to provide comment, but the last time I checked, this gentleman works for the taxpayer. He is a government employee, and this is what his job is to do, is to answer questions from the public and the press. Obviously, I think this is a story that is newsworthy. I think this is a story that has garnered a lot of public interest, and we're here today to cover it. So with that being said, let's walk in. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get any FCPS employee on the record as to what they think about this whole situation. We will be fair to them, as always, but now we're going to head in. The last time I was here, they don't keep this door. See this door right here? They keep it locked. I'm not sure why they keep this door locked. You have to actually buzz yourself in.
How can I help you?
Yes, hello. I'm with the news. I'm here to do a story. Can I be let into this public building?
Sure. Did you have an appointment with someone, or are you just doing your story?
No, I don't have an appointment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Come on in.
All right, appreciate it. Hey guys, so I was here last week. You might remember that. I reached out to your media people. Evidently, they were not very welcoming in terms of trying to do an interview. Obviously, that's their right. They have the discretion to decline. But I'm here today to give them one final opportunity to do that. I would like their side of the story. So if you want to let them know, I'm here, the superintendent, Dr. Dyson, and the gentleman whose last name is Phillips, who's the supervisor for public relations. See if he'll come down here and talk to me. But obviously, the superintendent is where the buck stops. So if she's around and she wants to come out here, answer a few.
Upstairs, and I'm going to ask you to stand around the corner if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely.
It's kind of an echo chamber. It's very loud.
It does.
And so forth.
Yes.
So if you wouldn't mind just waiting right around the corner.
Absolutely.
If somebody's available.
Would love to talk to him. Absolutely. All right, guys. So we're going to wait right here. We're going to see if They will come down here and speak with us, and we'll see where it goes. Hello.
Phillips is out of the building. He's not in the building today.
Okay.
Superintendent is not available.
She's not available? Okay. So he didn't show up today?
I don't keep his calendar, so I don't know
Okay.
what he's involved in.
Okay, got you. How convenient. Interesting. All right, so I was just advised by the main office worker that both of the people who I requested to see are not available today. I'm going to try to further pull out what she's talking about. I'm going to try to get her to expand upon what she means by not available. Obviously, this is business hours. This is a business day. They should be available. They should be somewhere. So I'm going to try to figure out what it is she means by that. So just one final clarification on the subject matter. So you said that Dr. Phillips, you said he didn't show up to work today?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay.
I said he's not in the building.
He's not in this building. Do you know
He's
where?
not in the building. I do
you
not
know of
keep
his whereabouts?
I don't keep his calendar.
Okay. You don't keep his
So I don't know.
calendar.
I do not keep his calendar.
Do you know who keeps his calendar? I mean,
Would be
he's
his secretary.
his secretary.
She's the one
Okay.
that informed me that he was not in the building today.
He was not in the building today.
Correct.
Okay. And I won't
Okay.
press you anymore on Dr. Phillips,
Thank you.
but the superintendent, is she in the
She's
building?
not available today.
She's not
That's
available.
what I've been told.
Okay. Like not available to talk or just not available in the building?
Not available right now.
Just not available right now. Would there be a point in time where she might be
I have
available?
no idea. You'd have to reach out and see if you could schedule something.
Sure.
I don't keep her calendar either.
You don't keep her calendar either? Okay. All right, guys, so you heard it right there. I come here last Thursday. They tell me that, oh, you can't just walk in here and do a news story. Of course, you can do that. And then I give them notice. And then I come here today, and what do they tell me? He's not available. He's out of the office. He's not here. Well, what does that even mean? I asked to speak to the superintendent for Frederick County Public Schools. Oh, well, she's not available. What does not available mean? When you're a public employee, what does not available mean? When this is where you work, and this is a government office, what does not available mean? We're going to be speaking with the public about this. If we can't get their input, we're going to get public input, and we're going to leave it at that. We can't make anyone speak with us, but why you wouldn't want to speak with us about a topic that's this important, again, about the topic of inappropriate subject matter being distributed to children, why you wouldn't want to talk about that is mind-blowing to me. Levi Trumbull reporting in downtown Frederick. We're going to see if we can pull some people over and talk to them about the inappropriate books that are currently being housed at Frederick County Public Schools libraries. We're going to show them some images and get their feedback as to what they think about the fact that these books are being housed currently today in these libraries. And we're just going to get their take on it as citizens of the community and as taxpayers in general. So you have had the opportunity to look at some of the images and some of the text that is inside of these Frederick County Public Schools books. What is your thoughts on some of what I've shown you today? I mean, what do you think about some of this imagery that is located inside of these books being housed and available for checkout at Frederick County Public Schools libraries? What's your take on that?
I think it's inappropriate for children.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I hate it. I hate it.
You don't like it?
I
okay.
don't like it, yeah.
Despite my best efforts to try to get in communication with some of the higher level staff management at Frederick County Public Schools, despite my best efforts to do that, they will not speak with me and have that conversation with me to sort of clear the air and tell their side of the story. What's your opinion on that?
People are perhaps far right or far left, and so because of that, they're thinking, like, rejecting their opinion without listening in some ways. Maybe, I don't know their situation, but if you could maybe somehow, if they could see what's going on there, maybe they would be, if it was presented in a civil way, a rational way, perhaps they would be more open to the other side's opinion. Because I do feel like it's probably a mainstream opinion that the image that you showed me and the images that I've seen distributed in other situations, like, they're just not appropriate for children, and I don't think really anybody would disagree with that unless they had they were trying to groom children for something.
My goal out here today is just to ask people what they think of the fact that some of this literature, some of this extremely graphic literature, and we have some of it here if you'd want to see it, but I don't want to shock anyone's conscience.
The one thing I'm going to say is librarians, when I was growing up and there was explicit books, librarians wouldn't allow you to check it out.
There is this uncertainty to want to give your commentary. We're trying to improvise, adapt, and overcome the situation by basically saying yes or no, and seeing how people respond to that. So let's go. Excuse me, ma'am. Can I get a thumbs up or a thumbs down to pornographic books in schools from FCPS? Do you have any thoughts on that? You guys you haven't heard about that? We're doing a news story out here. There's yeah, they have pornographic books in schools.
But like real porn?
Yes,
Like,
well, I could show it to you right now if you'd like to see it. I'm gonna walk around and go like yes or no to pornographic books in school.
Elementary kids? No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. How about you guys? Pornographic books in schools, FCPS. Is that a yes or a no?
Definitely against pornographic books.
There we go, sir. Thank you very much for your opinion. I appreciate it. Any thoughts, sir? Same question to you.
It's sickening, but that's just more like, I mean, what do you think the children are going to turn out to really be when it comes to all that stuff and the other stuff that's in school, too? Because a lot of people are, you know, they're well against that.
Yeah.
In this country, so there's a big issue with that.
For sure. Hey, what's going on, guys? Yes or no to the pornographic books that are currently located in the Frederick County Public Schools libraries? Any opinion on that? Yes or no?
No?
No? Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, I have a question for you guys.
What's up, man?
Yes or no to pornographic books being displayed to children in Frederick County Public Schools? What's your thoughts on No?
No.
No? Thank you for your opinion. Thank you. Excuse me, sir. Yes or no to graphic books being shown to children in Frederick County Public Schools? Do you have any thought on that?
I think that's a no-brainer. That would be a no.
Okay, thank you, sir.
There is a line of appropriateness for children. I really do believe that. And, you know, I feel like some of the images you showed me perhaps would be okay for a college-age student. But they're very graphic, and, you know, I don't know that they have a place in the public schools.